But y'all, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, Maurice. Ain't no way you don't know this word, bro. How old is you? 17. And how old are you? 17. Exactly. Sound like God, nigga 17. And you don't know this word? How you don't know it? Look, I'm gonna show y'all. Now I'm finna show him. What does that say, Maurice? Reender. What did it say? Reender. You gotta be fucking lying. You gotta be fucking lying. Like, oh my God, that don't make no sense. You really sitting there? Let me show you something. Okay. So look at this. Look, okay. So, okay. What's this? A deer. It's a what? A deer. So you know what that is, right? Okay. All right. You ain't okay. And what that say? Reender. It say reender. Reender. Boy, that don't make no damn. And you sitting there, you probably think it say the same thing. You probably think it say the same thing. What the hell he's saying? Look at this. I'm gonna show y'all something. I want y'all to see what I'm seeing. I know I ain't tripping. What that say, Makai? Piggy on. It say what? Piggy on. Piggy on. That say piggy on. Boy, ain't no goddamn dog. Let me show y'all something. Now watch this. Let me show y'all something. What's this? A pigeon. This is a pigeon, right? So you know what that is? It's a bird. It's a bird, right? You know what a deer is, right? That's not a damn eagle, man. He just said it's a pigeon. It's a pigeon. Talking about it's a damn eagle. No, it's not an eagle, man. And what that say? Piggy. What it say, Maurice? Piggy. But ain't no y'all. Ain't no way, dog. Y'all got to be skipping class or something. Y'all must not be going to class. How y'all know what pictures is but don't know how to spell the words? Y'all too, bro. That don't make no sense, bro. Now, how y'all gonna walk off because y'all don't know nothing? Y'all gonna walk off because y'all don't know how to open the dang on door. Piggy and Reender, 17 years old.
Guys, what is going on? What the heck is happening to black kids? I mean, what did I just watch? 17-year-old black boys cannot pronounce reindeer. They cannot pronounce pigeon. Tell me I am imagining this. 70% of black kids cannot read at grade level, and nobody is talking about it. I'm also aware that this doesn't only affect black children. Many young people in American schools cannot read. This includes young people from different racial backgrounds, but that doesn't negate the fact that this situation is still disproportionately higher among black kids. But I'm not surprised that many people, especially non-black people, don't want to talk about this. They don't want to call out this high illiteracy among black youth for fear of being labeled racist or something of that nature. But guys, there is fire on the mountain, and it is high time we break the taboo and talk about this, because it really matters. This video is going to be an uncomfortable one, but a necessary video. And without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. I'm sure you guys must have seen that viral video of those black high school students who could not read a full sentence written on a piece of paper. The fact that those children didn't even try hard to read the words on the paper, but just gave up nonchalantly without even trying to decipher those words, really made my heart sink. But anyway, guys, let's take a look at the video in questions for those who have not seen it.
Read the index card for me.
She wore a suit, clothes that were... Who's this for? Extraordinary, but somewhat Gertrude?
Now explain what that means.
I don't know.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro, but somewhat gooch.
What does that mean?
She wore a lot. Wait, she wore, bro, I don't know, bro. Can you take the card back, please?
She wore a... Oh, baby. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were... Bitch, I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read. I don't know why I did.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary,
but somewhat gauche.
All right, now what does that mean?
I have no idea. Like his clothes was nice or something like that. She were a. I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say. I can't read it. Can't read it. Can't read it.
This is a problem. This is a problem for the people whose first language, maybe even only language, is English. It's a big problem, really. I don't know what to say, but there's even more.
Read the English card.
What the does that say? Why am I reading this? No, I'm not reading this. This is a whole bunch of bullshit.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
He's asking the choir to accommodate to the governor's schedule, right?
Yeah, in your own words.
There's a governor's schedule, and so the colonel is asking the choir to accommodate to it.
In your own words.
I don't know, bro.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
All right, what does that mean?
Right? They asked the people to sing for the governor's schedule. I don't know what this means.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
He asked the choir to accommodate. I don't know. I don't know, bro. It means he asked them to read the schedule. So, like, I mean.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
To sing with the governor.
I mean, what is even difficult in this particular sentence? Nothing. But yet, these high schoolers who are actively in school every day cannot even have the capacity, the ability to rephrase this simple sentence in their own words. That means they don't even understand what they just read. This is a disappointment, guys. This is a big problem. Now, before I go into discussing this issue, let us take a look at how this little 10-year-old Indian kid reacted to the same sentence. Take a look.
Sean, I want you to read this.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that was extraordinary but somewhat gauche.
Do you understand it?
Clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat weird looking.
I want you to read this.
I don't trust. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche. Extraordinary but not in a good way.
This is why you make your kids read every single day.
That's also what happens when you give kids an enabling environment in the home to read every day. Excellent. This is how it is supposed to be. This is how it should be. And this boy is no more than 10. You see the confidence in reading the sentence. You see how the easy way he explained it just right away. That tells you that this is a little boy who reads. These are kids who study, as opposed to teenagers who only go to school for the sake of showing up in school every day. Black kids cannot read. And I know so many people are blaming this situation on so many different factors, which I don't really disagree with. I have seen so many people on TikTok blaming the schools, saying the schools are bad and don't teach these kids properly and all of that. I can agree that there are many factors that contribute to this kind of problem, but also we have to understand something important. Teachers don't go to school every day and sit with their hands folded in their laps. They teach the students to the best of their ability. But the fact remains that you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot force it to drink. I'm not saying that the schools bear no blame at all. No, I'm not saying that. But there are more primary reasons why this problem has become so widespread among Black children especially. Now, according to the nation's report card, year after year, Black students lag dramatically in reading. In 4th grade, only a small fraction reach proficiency levels. By 8th grade and high school, huge percentages are below basic. And I don't mean a few points behind. I'm talking about functional literacy for far too many. But why, you may ask? Why? Well, the first elephant in the room is, of course, the family, the home. The first school for every child is the home, the family. But when you take a look at Black kids, the data is brutal here. Roughly 70% of Black children are born to unmarried mothers. About half of black kids grow up in single-parent homes overwhelmingly led by single mothers. Now, I know you've heard this before, but I'm going to say it again because it is the crux of the matter. When dads are absent in the home, stability collapses. Single moms are working multiple jobs, and because of this, they don't have time for bedtime reading, for homework help, or enforcing study habits. Chaos at home means chaos in the classrooms. Research consistently shows that father absence correlates with lower academic outcomes, behavioral issues, and higher dropout rates across races. But in Black America, this has become normalized. The strong single mom narrative gets celebrated, while the data shows kids paying the heaviest price. The dysfunctional culture even makes it worse. That is another thing. Too many young people chase rap stardom, okay? They chase the street cred, gang life, and baby mama culture instead of, focusing on their books and their academic exercises. When Black music and social media and peer pressure glorify anti-intellectualism, thugs, and immediate gratification, reading becomes acting white, not speaking Ebonics, not swearing every 2 seconds, not limiting your vocabulary to words like and, becomes acting white or trying to be white. Now, contrast that with Asian and immigrant communities that drill discipline, two-parent homes, and academic excellence from day one into their children. The results speak for themselves. I have come across many other videos from other Black folks and other liberals claiming that the solution to this problem is more funding. More money should be allocated to these schools. More equality programs should be created in these schools. Blame slavery, blame redlining. It is the fault of systemic racism, yada, yada, yada. But guys, we know that that is not the solution, okay? That can never be the solution. And besides, these things have already been done. They've already tried these solutions. Billions of dollars have been poured into these schools. But these schools have been gutted by lowered standards. Discipline problems have been ignored, and teachers are scared to hold these kids accountable. The result is the catastrophic decline in academic intelligence, like we are witnessing in this video. These kids have been indoctrinated so bad to believe that they are always the victims, that it is always the system's fault, that it's always the fault of racism, of white supremacy, to the point that they don't even have to better themselves in academia. They don't have to try anymore. Again, not every Black person is like this. There are brilliant, successful Black American doctors, entrepreneurs, scholars from stable homes who value education. And we must celebrate those kind of people, and we must also try to expand that. But ignoring the growing underclass in the younger generation is cruel. It is not prejudice to point out family breakdown. It is not racism to point out cultural decay and the refusal to confront uncomfortable realities. As a Black person, looking at this, it is embarrassing and heartbreaking, but embarrassment without action is useless. So this should be a warning to Black people to start implementing the opposite of the problems I mentioned in this video. These Black kids deserve better than pity and lowered bars, okay? They deserve truth, high expectations, and real opportunities. But as always, guys, these are my thoughts and my opinions. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining membership or supporting the channel in any way that you can. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.